Good Sunday afternoon. I'm WCIA3 meteorologist Jacob Dickey. Wanted to give you an update on showers and storms coming our way and to spend a little time on our digital platforms here. We're streaming on Facebook Live. We're on Twitter, on YouTube. We're also streaming to our WCIA3 weather and news apps. Now, always you can connect with us on digital to learn more about what's going on. Just a programming note, the latest update on golf on CBS. They've got 5 people tied in the lead. So we're going to spend a little time here and give you a little early heads up on some of these storms, especially if golf happens to run through the newscast. And with some strong to severe storms into the neighborhood, we'll watch it closely and keep you updated. We'll talk about these storms now and hear any reports you may have and talk about what's coming through tonight and the next couple of days here real quick on this Sunday afternoon. The time now we're jumping on at 4:33. If you're checking on in, let me know in the chats where you're checking in from as well. And if you have any reports of rain, storms, or anything like that, any questions as well, we'll take time at the end to talk about that. As we look at radar right now, Storm Tracker Doppler has picked up some showers and storms on the way. As expected, the main event starting to roll in after 4 o'clock. We did have a few early guests to the party in parts of McLean County, and that's extended into Livingston County, a batch of showers and storms up there. We'll take a closer look at all of those here in a bit. As far as alerts go, we do have a severe thunderstorm watch that's in effect. That's for Macoupin, Montgomery, and Fayette counties. That will go until 8 o'clock tonight. And we may see an extension here. Haven't heard anything official yet. We're watching the trends, but the threat's still low but non-zero as we move on through. So we'll wait and see if that ends up happening. If it does, if you're in a county where a watch is, you'll get that alert first on your WCIA3 weather app. You'll also see that roll in the bottom of the screen on our CBS and WCIX channels. That's the only watch we have. There are a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings just outside of our viewing area here. And that is for Greene and Jersey counties. That's to the west of Macoupin County. We'll zoom in on these storms first. These are rolling on in here. This line of storms from Meteorologist down towards Jacksonville, Roadhouse towards Carrollton and Jersey, moving off to the east at about 35, 40 miles an hour. And there's been some reports of some wind gusts of 40 to 50. We haven't had much in the way of damage reports from this particular batch here, but the lightning as well has been something we've seen. And these storms have a lot of heavy rainfall with them too as they roll on through. So we'll see if we get an extension of the warning into Macoupin and Montgomery County. That would probably happen before 5 o'clock if it does. This is the main event here as it continues to move off to the east and to the north. The other batch of showers and storms we've been watching is here in McLean County, now in Livingston County. There's an outflow boundary from storms that were last night up in Wisconsin that pushed to the south here. Those storms have really formed on there and held on to those same areas, bringing some torrential rainfall at times too. We think that there may be some localized flooding in those areas. So if you're in McLean County and you have some flooding or you've seen ponding on the roadways, let us know as well. Right now, some of those heavier storms are to the west of Bloomington, south of Carlock, extending through Bloomington off towards Towanda, and then to the south of Chenoa, south of Fairbury, off towards Forest and Chatsworth, off to the north and to the east. Those storms have some heavier rainfall and even a little bit of lightning with them. I'll go ahead and show you the lightning on there. That heaviest core, again, all those lightning strikes showing up west of Bloomington. You head west on Route 9. You continue through Bloomington, Deer Creek, Mackinac sits off in parts of Tazewell County. You'll be to the north of McLean there. So quite impressive with the thunderstorms that are there. A couple of rumbles of thunder also near Colfax and Cooksville, as well as off towards Chatsworth, off to the north, towards Sonman into northern Ford County by Colum and Cabery. Those are where we're watching those storms here. When we're looking at the area wide, notice some of the lightning picking up here as well as in northwestern Logan County. That'd be north of New Holland, west of Hartsburg, near San Jose, Emden area. And then all of this lightning down here, really the main event. Morgan County, quite a bit of lightning and thunder heading your way with those storms. They're strong, not severe, no warnings in our immediate WCIA viewing area. There have been what's called special weather statements issued though. That's a level below a severe thunderstorm warning, just a sign that we may have some 40 to 50 mile an hour gusts as well as some torrential rain and frequent lightning. That certainly is the case here. As we go through the evening, first off, let me show you the Storm Prediction Center outlook. As expected, we said this last night and again this morning, we thought we'd get a level 2 risk and we thought it'd carry a little more to the east here. Springfield, Taylorville, Decatur, Lincoln, and Bloomington, and Jacksonville, all in that level 2 risk. The level 1 risk has been the Interstate 57 corridor. The general trend is the further east we go, the less instability and ingredients that are there these storms can feed on. So the strongest storms will be off to the west, and as they move eastward towards I-57, they'll begin to diminish with intensity a little bit. Still, though, some lightning and thunder, some gusts of wind can't be ruled out all the way to the state line. We just think the threat, the later we go and the further east storms are, the weaker they'll generally become. The tornado risk today is a 1 out of 10. Just can't rule it out. We'll watch it and monitor. Really, it seems, if anything, this is going to be mainly a wind and flooding event. And that's what we've advertised as medium threats here. I'll mention, while we're talking about storms now, in the back of your mind, file it away that there will be the chance for some strong storms again on Monday and on Tuesday. They've already issued level 1 marginal risks for severe weather across parts of central Illinois those days. Generally, what happens in these types of patterns is we've got to watch and see what happens with the storms currently to understand what's going to happen tomorrow. So we'll take it day by day, but it seems like with all of the instability in place, a round of showers and storms will continue through mid to late week. And some of those could be strong to severe at times, with mainly a wind threat in these types of events. That tornado threat remains low, non-zero. We'll just monitor that, but I really think it's a wind and flash flooding threat here for the most part that we'll expect. As we look here, let's go ahead and show you future track. We'll take it hour by hour. And I'll have to swoop on down and find it here real quick in my special graphics. I want to take it and time things out, and there it is. We'll take a look at what we're expecting here. Doing a pretty good job overall with the placement of the cluster of storms just to the west of Jacksonville here, picking up on some of those isolated storms out ahead. Hour by hour, you'll see by 5:30 and 6:30 here, we're getting into the Interstate 55 corridor. By 7 o'clock and beyond, we're approaching Decatur and Bloomington. Storms then approaching Champaign, Effingham, Mattoon, Charleston, Pontiac, Watseka by 8 to 9, maybe a little later than that. But again, here's 9 o'clock. Look how much weaker it looked. Let's back it up a second real quick. This is from 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. You can see that general weakening trend as it continues there. Further to the east, we lose the heating of the day. The better ingredients are out to the west, and so some of the storms do look like they'll decrease. I still expect rain and some rumbles of thunder with that here as we move through the evening hours and overnight hours. 11 o'clock, midnight, starting to look a little drier here, but I think what's going to happen is late tonight into tomorrow morning, more rounds of showers and thunderstorms expected to fill back on in. This isn't a solid rain event. We're not talking rain from now through the next 72 hours. Rather, it's rounds of these showers and storms. The good news is that early tomorrow, mainly rain, a few rumbles of thunder. I don't think we'll worry about severe weather after 10 o'clock tonight, but still, you may wake up to some rumbles of thunder out there and have a wet commute into the morning. So that's what we'll expect here as we look at future track for the foreseeable future. Again, we'll pop it back to radar, and then we'll check any questions we may have as we're monitoring these showers and storms pushing on through. Actually, real quick, one thing I want to do is I want to look at the rainfall total estimates by radar in McLean County. You've been interested to see some of that here. It'll take a minute to populate. And when it does so, I really think that we may already have a couple of inches of rain in some parts of McLean County here. It's going to take a minute, and I may have to click a button. There we go. Starting to see that data populate on in here. Some of those corridors here you can see from McLean up towards Bloomington and I-55. Remember, those areas got hammered in June and early July with that heavy rain. So any rain there, I think folks will be a little weary of that. Hayworth and Leroy looks like we've been dry in the immediate communities, but to the north and west of there has been some of that rain. South side of Bloomington, you go south here on Interstate 39, turns into US 51. South out of town, you jump on 74. There's a McDonald's right there. You hit 74 to the south end, all the way down to Hayworth. A number of folks live in that area. Head to the south and west, down sits there. There's Bloomington, Normal. We've got Towanda, Myrna sitting in there, some of that heavier rain. Radar estimating, we're seeing some of that green color indicating 1 to 2 inches of rain here. It's showing me the road name. So let me get that up real quick, and there we go. Saw it pop up briefly there. You can see that green area, 1 to 2 inches of rain with locally higher amounts. There we just got another update that came on in here, and I'll query some of those. There's 2.3 inches to the east of Bloomington on Route 9. That'd be about where 165 splits off to the north on Route 9. So certainly there's probably some ponding of water and some issues there. For the most part, though, I don't expect it to be a widespread flooding event like we've had earlier this summer. Been a wet summer for many of us, although the last 14 days have really been dry. My, how the turntables. We could use the rain. And it's crazy to say that, but I think there's some folks that would agree with that here. Some of those storms as well that are coming out, you see some of those areas of green. We could get a quick inch of rain in some spots with locally higher amounts. We think that there could be, by the time all is said and done through next Thursday, some localized areas, very local corridors of 2 to 3 inches of rain with higher amounts, especially if you get some of those storms to train over the same areas. Hard to tell exactly where storms are going to be on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. But if you line them up right, then certainly we could get a little bit more of some of those rain showers in the same area. So we'll watch it and keep you updated each day. I think the best advice is with this pattern in place, the best thing to do is catch the forecast in the morning, whether it's on your app, on the morning show with Amelia Henderson, just to figure out more when those dry times will be. With rain chances all the way through Thursday, even into early Friday, there still will be dry time. Don't worry about that. But it's also going to be hot and humid out there. Dew points by Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday afternoons, upper 70s and low 80s. That's going to make the heat index values at times feel into the triple digits, a very muggy, soupy air mass. And I think we can blame some of the corn as it gets close to drying out, starting to release some of that moisture, kind of helping and aid it here. So that's what we'll be watching. So again, we'll take an area view and then check those questions out here and look at the storm tracker Doppler with lightning to show you where some of those heavier showers and storms are. In Livingston, McLean County, some batches of non-severe storms with some showers and a few thunderstorms moving off to the east. The heaviest storms in our area does seem to be to the west and north of Bloomington Normal. That'd be off by, we'll say Carlock up towards Kappa and towards Hudson north of Bloomington where it's heading. Another storm in southern Tazewell County near Tremont moving off behind that to the north and east. And then this line here, which is the main event for us here, just a little early dinner party guests. This is the main event, the main course of the event tonight here. That severe thunderstorm warning is for Jersey and Greene County, mainly for 60-mile-an-hour winds. Whether or not it's extended, really irrelevant. I think the bigger thing here is there's going to be a lot of lightning. These storms are very noisy because of the instability values that we have, and you can see the lightning there in some of those storms in parts of Morgan County. And we'll watch it and keep you updated on that. I want to query some of the lightning. This is going to be over the last 15 minutes. We're talking 200 to 300 strikes in the Morgan County area in 15 minutes. That's a pretty heavy rate here. Maybe not as high as we've seen at some points this summer, but still plenty of lightning to go for folks across the region. We'll take a look at that sky cam. I've got it aiming to the west, and I'm going to have to fix it real quick. Looks like it got a little blurry on me. But there's overcast sky ahead of these storms as expected is coming on in here. And let me fix that real fast. I don't know why I did that. While it's getting fixed, let's jump on over to Gibson City and catch some of those storms in McLean County looking off to the north and west. Definitely a darker sky here. Still some sunshine mixing on in, but we'll be fighting, I think, cloud cover through the rest of the evening. And then tomorrow, probably going to miss out on sunshine. We may get a little bit, but I've brought those temperatures down a bit tomorrow. Not all that much relief, but maybe not as high as the upper 80s, low 90s for some of us as we see those morning rain showers continue on in. So we'll continue to watch. Back to that Springfield one. It's been a little, there we go. And Springfield one's giving me a little trouble. That's okay. Sometimes these cameras, Springfield camera, I always have. There you go. Look at that. I didn't even press anything, and it's trying to focus. You can see that gray sky coming on in. Definitely hazy looking, very summer-like, and some of those storms will be rolling on in. So I don't think we'll get the best views from the camera network on a day like today. We'll jump to the studio camera. We should be looking off to towards Campus Town here. Some clouds popping on in. The air a little more stable by Interstate 57. We'll watch it. These storms will be moving from west to east. After sunset at about 8 o'clock, they'll start to diminish. I think they're between Champaign-Urbana, Mattoon, Charleston as they're moving to the east along Interstate 57, sometime between 8 and 10 tonight for that. So if you've got dinner plans in Champaign-Urbana, should be able to sneak out and hit that. Stadium camera, this one should be looking in the opposite direction here. It looks like we're looking off to, that'll be off to the south and west. You know, there's a little sky, but it's definitely still hazy. We're going to fight the haze. That's the other thing. That wildfire smoke for quite a while here as we continue to see those fires burning off to the west. And so we'll watch Danville. Again, it's a hazy look, some clouds out there. There's some blue sky, yes, but that wildfire smoke really has added some haze. It's not nearly as thick as it has been some days, but certainly that's something we'll watch. Here's a look at Bloomington. This is actually looking to the west of that heavier shower and storm there. We watched some rain showers and a couple of lightning strikes in Bloomington earlier this afternoon, and we'll continue to watch all of our cameras across the region. We'll check out Decatur, and then we'll finish up in Mattoon and Charleston here for our last look. I think I'll go to Pontiac as well. There's Decatur. Things looking pretty good there right now, dry and quiet, probably about 6 to 8 o'clock. Pontiac, you're getting a look to the west. You can see some of those showers and storms still trying to build on the backside. There's more of it behind the camera. That's be off to the east towards Fairbury and Forest. We're looking west towards the county courthouse over downtown here, off towards Interstate 55, off in that direction. And then finally, Mattoon and Charleston will show a little love down there. You'll see here, and some of that haze and clouds. The Charleston camera probably going to give us the best view, and that's still really not that great of a view, but we're watching for some of these isolated, clouds and showers to maybe pop up ahead of it. I think the main event, though, comes into this evening. One last check just to make sure they haven't popped anything on me while I haven't been looking. Just the severe thunderstorm watch for Macoupin, Montgomery, and Fayette County goes until 8 o'clock tonight. We may see an extension. We'll wait and see. We're monitoring trends. The National Weather Service will let us know, but we may not have a watch be issued here. And I'm just kind of double checking some information that just came on in here from the National Weather Service. Yeah, just watching that strong storm with up to 50-mile-an-hour winds for parts of Morgan County. That's near Jacksonville. And we may see an extension of that severe thunderstorm warning as a special weather statement, maybe a severe thunderstorm warning. We'll see for Macoupin and Montgomery counties. The best thing to do in a day like today, just have your app down. Plan on some noisy showers and storms, maybe a few strong storms slip on in, but we'll watch it and keep you updated on that. So, all right, I'm going to scroll through any questions we have, and we'll wrap this Canarval wagon up so I can get ready for what may be a show at 5:30. Golf takes precedence on Sundays. It's just how it works. That's a CBS national decision, and we'll watch it and keep you updated on that. If there is a show at 5:30, I'll have updates for you on the forecast. I've got them all ready, though, for you on the WCIA3 weather app, as well as on WCIA.com. So you can go there now and see the 7-day forecast updates and more, and find out more about my thoughts on the timing of showers and storms. We'll be live at 5:30, hopefully, fingers crossed. At last check, there were 5 tied for first place, and that's usually not a good sign. We need someone to break ahead and win so we can get our newscasted on time. If not, we'll be back at 9 and 10. I'll be watching all evening long as well. If needed to, we'll cut back on digital platforms and keep you updated there. There you go. We're going to scroll through questions now and make sure we've answered them. Lots of comments. Folks checking on in. Some folks need rain. And keep an eye on it. Paxton, nice and sunny and breezy. Yeah, we've had that south wind in place. Hot and sunny in Danville. Mahomet, sunny. 3 inches of rain so far. Had a little pea-sized hail in Bloomington. That came in from Kathy. Thanks for letting us know that, Kathy. Special weather statement for Jacksonville. Up to some, pea-sized hail, 40, 50-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Can't rule that out. We'll watch all these storms here. Deb asking about Lake Shelbyville area. We don't have any storms in Shelby County, but those storms will be heading that way probably between 6 and 9 for Shelby County would be my window of opportunity. It'd probably be closer to 7 looking at that and eyeballing it. So we'll say 7 to 9 is the main window. So if you're on the lake in Shelbyville, have a little time to get things done. Same for Clinton Lake, Lake Decatur. I'm trying to think if there's any other lakes off to the east there. Lake Springfield probably needs to wrap up any activities now. Sandcrest Lake, the same thing. Down by Carlinville also needs to wrap up. When will the rain be in Danville? Going to be in Danville probably going to be after 8 or 9 for Danville tonight. Georgetown, hot and sunny. Yeah, we're definitely hot today, that's for sure. White Heath checking in. Hey, Marcia, we've got Penny and Mahomet. Daniel asking, where is Kevin Leidy? Kevin Leidy is Kevin Leidy is actually on the road, so he's down in southwest Illinois. I think the last check he was between Springfield and St. Louis, so we'll watch and see what he has to say and keep us updated. Just stormed in Bloomington. We've got Alvin checking in, Route 119, South Alvin. We'll keep you updated if there's any extensions of the watch into the area. Sideways rain at southeast Bloomington. I believe it. That was an early report that came on in. Watseka, we're getting some of those earlier showers here. I got to say, for Watseka and Iroquois County, some of the rain showers and storms are already knocking on your doorstep. So we may have some areas see it before 5 or 6 o'clock here before all is said and done. Bloomington cannot get a break from the rain. Julian said that. Man, Bloomington, McLean County, Hayworth, even up to Farmer City have been some of the heaviest rain totals this summer so far. Checking on in, answering any more questions we have. Hoopeston and Rankin, you get past Interstate 57 to the east. I think the severe threat's a lot lower. Hoopeston, Danville, Paris, down towards Casey. that's going to be 8, 9, 10 o'clock before storms are getting into your area, and they'll be weakening. So you still will probably get some rain and some rumbles of thunder, becoming more scattered in nature, looking weaker, but we'll watch it. We'll keep you updated. I really think by about 10 o'clock, the severe threat overall is done. Can't rule it out tonight. We'll watch it and keep you updated. I know Amelia is going to be in monitoring things also. Then we've got some folks in Kankakee wondering, Kankakee, some storms are just to your west there. Kankakee County, way back in the day, growing up, Kankakee County used to be on our maps, but for whatever reason, way back when, someone did something, who knows, Kankakee County, no longer on our maps. But I know we still have some viewers that are. So you go west of Kankakee, and there's a few showers and storms scattered in nature trying to make it on through that area. Other than that, I think that looks like all the questions we've got so far. And I did see one last question. I'm going to give a shameless plug, of course. The corn eating contest for my division, I won. So if you want to learn more about that, check my Facebook page. Pretty cool. So we'll be watching showers and storms and monitoring things here for the next couple of hours. The hope is to have a 5:30 newscast. Golf takes precedence. We'll watch and keep you updated. Chance for a couple of strong to severe storms tonight through 10 o'clock. I think more storms overnight tonight into tomorrow morning, and maybe a chance for a couple of more tomorrow afternoon to tomorrow night. Just a hot, humid air mass in place with chances for showers and storms, rounds of showers and storms expected also at times too. You can kind of learn more about the thoughts and what we're thinking ahead for the couple of days on the WCI3 weather app, WCIA.com. and learn more about those storm chances, severe threat there. So if you're missing this here, it's about 4:55. We've been on here for a little while. We jumped on and talked about some of these showers and storms coming our way. No immediate warnings, just some special weather statements for some stronger storms in Morgan County. We're watching Macoupin County. These storms will continue to move off to the east. There you go. Hope you have a great rest of your day. We'll see you, hopefully, fingers crossed, at 5:30. If not, we'll be back at 9 and 10 on TV, and I may do another digital update if we miss the 5 o'clock show sometime between 6 and 7, so we'll keep you updated. Have a great rest of your weekend, and hope you're ready to cool down, because by next weekend, things are looking great. Check that out, the WCI3 weather.